speak into the mic for me?
It's me. Take it away. La la la.
Yeah, okay. How are you, Goose?
Yes, I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Fantastic.
This episode will be coming out like mid-January. Right
Yeah.
now it is the 30th of December.
God, yeah. We're really ahead in our schedule.
We are. We're just...
Because we're organised.
Yeah. How was your... I mean, I know, but how was your Christmas? Did you have a good one?
Christmas was fantastic.
Good.
As you know, we played the Traitors board game.
And you were Claudia Winkleman.
I was Claudia Winkleman. My
course.
uncle was Alan Cummings.
Who's Alan Cummings?
Hot totty. He's the Scottish one who hosts the American Traitors.
Is it American Traitors?
Yeah.
Oh, is it good?
Brilliant.
Really?
Fucking brilliant.
Oh, wow.
Because I feel like the Americans are a lot more like every man for themselves.
Yes.
You know,
more
it's just part
eccentric.
of their culture.
Yeah. Oh,
Brilliant. Yeah, I'd highly
what's it
recommend
on?
it. BBC iPlayer.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah, highly recommend. So we played the Traitors board game. And also half my family are actors, creatives.
Oh my god, I bet that was a hoot. I bet that was so much fun.
So we were all screaming at each other. And you know the bit at the round table where like you're like, okay, you may discuss for 5 minutes.
Yes.
I could not get their attention it would go on for 10 minutes. I'd be like, guys, Claudia is speaking.
How come you opted to be Claudia and not take part?
Because I was the only one that understood the rules. It's quite a complex board game.
I was thinking, I don't know how the board game would work.
It is quite complex. The night before, I spent at least an hour
No way.
figuring it out. I was like, if this is going to go well.
I love that.
Yeah, well, I love a bit of planned fun.
What?
Say that for
You're
free.
the opposite. In my mind, I'm the planned fun and you're the spontaneous, like, see what fucking happens. Let's go to Vegas. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, true. Yeah, no, I would like a bit of spontaneity sometimes, but I do like planned fun as well.
Oh, gosh.
It's because I can look forward to it.
Yeah.
And it always goes smoother.
Well, I would really appreciate that in you because you made sure that then the Traitors game was really fun because you knew what you were doing when no one else knew and everyone was pissed and like didn't know 2 from 5. So not
as the famous phrase goes. They didn't know 2 from 5.
That's so fun though. I love that you did that.
We
That's
should
great.
play it.
I would love
We should
to
get the girls round.
Get the gals round.
Yeah.
Are you going to be Claudia again or are you going to take part? Did you enjoy being Claudia?
I
saw you
enjoyed it.
fashioned yourself a fringe.
I did fashion myself a fringe that just about let my eyes see something. I don't know how she sees. Yeah. I was getting so annoyed at my fringe, like halfway through.
I was thinking that. I was like, that would really overstimulate me.
It's really overstimulating.
Yeah. And I'd be like, just get angry.
Just chop it off.
Yeah.
But no, I'd want to be a traitor at some point. I want to see how I could. Although my problem is I wouldn't be able to not smile if I saw the card.
Yeah, because I think you're very good at having a poker face because you are an actor, of course, and I think you're good at not giving things away. But I think if I caught your eye, you would crack. Yeah, you would start laughing.
Well, my uncle was rubbish at it, who is an actor.
Yeah. And
he so he's normally really chatty and like bubbly. And then he got really like quiet and serious. And everyone was like...
Was he a traitor?
Yeah. And he
he
started getting really defensive. He was like, no, I don't know why you would think it was me. And it's like, well, it's definitely you.
So you.
Come on.
Your whole demeanour has changed. Yeah. You're obviously...
Yeah.
Cause that's the thing I guess about in the show, no one knows each other beforehand. Whereas if you play with family and friends, it's so much easier to decipher if their character shifts.
Yeah.
You know?
Very good point.
Yeah. That's so
and
fun.
listeners, my mother got to the last round of getting onto the Traitors because and then she at the last minute was like, nah.
She bottled it. Kim would be fantastic on Traitors.
So funny. Because she, also for listeners, she is like the dean of a school, of like a university. So she really climbed up that corporate ladder.
And I feel like she's got a natural authority about her.
She's very authoritative.
I think she'd be very good at commanding. Because you know in the last season, I can't remember his name, Paul, the ginger guy?
Who was that?
Paul made it really far and he was a traitor but everyone trusted him.
Oh.
And I think he worked in like marketing or something. But I think Kim would be like him where everyone trusts you and you really... Because Paul was a natural leader and everyone... Like he would just say something in passing and then everyone would start being like, oh yeah, this.
Oh my God, no, I remember him.
Yeah. He was really like such a natural leader. I feel like Kim would be that vibe. Like she just mentioned something casually and then people would be like, yeah, I think that as well. Like, and then everyone's like, yeah.
That's so
Do you remember
true.
we were talking the other day with the girls about traitors and how Conor Maynard impregnated.
Yeah,
I
one
can't
of
remember
the
her name.
traitors.
Jess or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then doesn't want anything to do with it.
Connor, if you're listening,
We are judging you in the no judgment zone.
You. Come on the pod and talk about it.
Yeah.
Claim your fame back.
What's like those talk shows in America where they get like Jeremy Kyle, but like maybe, I don't know, more scandalous? Do they have those?
Oh my God, is there an American Jeremy Kyle?
I don't know. Maybe we can turn into Jeremy Kyle and just have people in their mental stories.
Yeah. God, that'd be fantastic.
That would be fantastic.
When the pod escalates, we'll start
when we have our own ITV daytime show.
Just, oh my God. Goose and Weev sort out people's problems kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the title. Goose and Weev sort out people's problems.
How was your Christmas?
Yeah, it was nice. It was very chill. Like, I'm from quite a small family, as you know. So just chilled. Like, watched movies, watched the new Wallace and Gromit, Feathers McGraw.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
no.
good. It's actually really good. So I enjoyed it.
I'm excited.
New Gavin and Stacey. Fantastic.
Classic.
Yeah, it was chill. Ate a lot, chilled out, got pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Had a lot of champagne.
Did you?
Yeah, not Prosecco.
Yeah, you said champagne.
And it was really nice.
Wow. I don't really know the difference between champagne and Prosecco.
It's just regions of where they're from. You can only call it champagne if it's from Champagne in France.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
it's more, I guess, it's just always more expensive. I don't know why.
And it tastes nicer?
It did taste nice because I'm such a Prosecco gal. I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm not one for if something's more expensive, it's better. I'm like, nah. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, the £10 bottle of wine is way nicer than the £40 one or whatever.
Very true.
But the champagne was good, I have to say. It was like crisp and I don't know, a bit like Prosecco can be quite dry.
Very true.
But the champagne was
nice and moist.
It was moist.
Moist.
Yeah.
Tidy.
Tidy.
I had a bit of a I smashed a lot of things over Christmas.
What do you mean?
I was just thinking about wine and my mind going on like a little journey. And I firstly I smashed a glass and we had to clean that up. And then the other day I smashed a whole bottle of wine all over the floor. And I never smash things.
No, you're not a clumsy person.
No,
that's more my vibe.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. No, really
Were you
weird.
drunk on both occasions?
Yeah, to be fair, I was probably still drunk from Christmas when I smashed the bottle of wine.
Shit.
Yeah.
Was it red?
It was red. Yeah, really
all
hard
up
times.
the walls?
Up the walls, yeah, up the
Fucking hell.
sofa. But it's all right, deep blue sofas all over the house, so, you know, just like a brothel.
Imagine if they were like cream sofas. Your mother would have killed you.
My mother would have disowned me.
Disowned you. So we normally start with an embarrassing tale. I've actually not been thinking about that, but do you have one that comes to mind?
Oh, goddamn. Do I? Hang on.
I'm sure I've got something embarrassing that's happened in the last couple of weeks. I'm so sure.
Let's think.
I need to look at my calendar. Need to be reminded of the days.
Yeah.
What's happened? Well, not embarrassing, but I'll tell you about it. I had my work Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
That I completely organised.
Yeah.
And so I was a bit nervous. And also, it's my first ever Christmas party that I've ever been to.
Right.
It was so much fun. And I quite hilariously was like leading the dancing. So like everyone was like chatting about like whatever, free drinks, free food. Food was great. Vegan arancini, delicious.
Arancini.
Like little balls of risotto fried, I'm pretty sure. So good.
Oh my God,
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
incredible.
Delicious.
Orgasmic.
And then, you know, people like milling about upstairs, downstairs, whatever. I was like in this pub in Hammersmith. And then there's this, one of our, he's great. He's such a fucking vibe. His name's Alberto. Works in the wellbeing department.
All right.
And he goes, earlier in the night, he was telling me about how he goes to dance classes. And I was like, slay.
Yeah.
Then towards the end of the night, I'd obviously curated the playlist, banging. And we were like, we should get people to start dancing. So we basically start this like dance circle. And it was, we were literally dancing till they told us to turn the music off. It was great.
Oh my God.
Had the best time. Nothing embarrassing happened, but that was just fun.
Oh, brilliant. What kind of dancing does he do?
I don't know. Like,
a bit of everything.
It's like this club called like Rainbow something. And it's just like all sorts. It's just kind of like, I think it's just more like movement stuff. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a specific genre as far as I know. But he was really bringing it. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything embarrassing, to be fair. I didn't faint, so that's something.
You didn't faint?
No.
Didn't roll your ankle?
Didn't roll my ankle, no fainting.
I feel like we barely leave the house in this weird period between
That's
Christmas
so
and
true.
New Year's. Not a lot's really happening.
No.
Kind of floating around, you know.
In this limbo where time doesn't really exist.
Time does not exist. I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
I actually have no clue. What's your New Year's resolution? Do you have one?
See, so on New Year's Eve, I'm going to see my friends down in Brighton, Molly and Nana, shout out. Staying at Molly's parents' house. If you're a keen listener, you'll know that that's where I slipped over naked, slept on the hot floor. Yes. You know the place. So
if people like listen to this for the first time, they'll be like, I gotta find this episode.
Yeah. So we're gonna go there, and then we said that we do bingo cards for 2025.
I've seen.
Yeah.
I put this as on the list to talk about.
Yeah.
The bingo cards.
Really? So I've actually not seen anything about it, but Nana said that she really wanted to do it, and she was like, I've got loads of arts and crafts, we can make these really cute bingo cards for 2025.
Oh,
but I was thinking, like, I don't know, because typical me, overly ambitious, perfectionist, and self-critic.
I hear you.
I'm normally like,
that game.
Win a Grammy, win a Brit, get famous, buy an island. And then it's like, it's the end of the year and I'm like, I failed. I'm a fucking failure. So I'm like, this year we need to not do that. We need to set realistic, but also like, because I hate the word realistic. So whenever someone says, oh, you need to be realistic, I'm like, you're just telling me that I can't achieve my dreams.
It's just negative. It's just fully negative.
So I'm like, I don't want to use the word realistic, but maybe like attainable, you know.
So something that's in your control.
Well, yes.
You know what I mean?
All of my goals are never within my control. So I think that's a really good point, actually. So I think I need to like curate them to be something that's, within my control. I don't know what that will be, but I've got a lot of music coming out next year.
Yeah.
I really want to either go on like a little support tour or play more shows up north, because I've never done that.
Oh.
Yeah. I got a good gig offer for Leeds, but I can't do it because it doesn't make sense financially, sadly, which sucks. But touring is fucking, I don't know how anyone does it. It's so expensive. But anyway, digress. But yeah, I think...
You know what? Gigging in the north, lots of young people, lots of the youth up north.
Oh, you sounded so old when you just said, do you know what? In the north, lots of young people gigging, playing their guitars, singing their songs up north. That's where it's happening.
Up north, the young people.
Yeah.
You're onto something there. You smart cookie you are.
Yeah.
No, I raised you well.
Not just a pretty face. But yeah, there are lots of young people up north who also do music.
Yes, Goose. Yeah.
Yes, Goose, yeah. But no, you are right.
Lots of young people here too, I suppose.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere, really.
Those youth. But yeah, what about you? Have you got any goals within... Oh, LA should be one of ours.
Oh,
we're going to LA.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's actually not within our control because it completely depends on your visa.
Completely depends on the government.
Yeah. But to our best ability,
yes,
we will go.
Yes, we will go at some point.
When the visa's accepted and the government let you in, yes.
Yes, it's quite. Well, exact same as you. I always set stuff like, I'm going to be fluent in 5 languages. I'm going to have lived in 10 different places.
Yeah.
I'm going to have had 10 boyfriends in each different place.
Yeah.
I will also, I don't know.
Buy a mansion.
Buy a mansion. Marry Elon Musk, divorce Elon Musk, become multi-billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure he doesn't want a prenup.
Yeah, it gets really detailed.
Yeah.
But also make sure he is Willy as well as...
What about, like, because you've obviously written a lot of plays and all these sorts of things. Like, do you have a project that you want to bring to fruition?
Wow, talking of LA.
Okay.
Got a project I'm taking to LA.
Oh my God.
A play that me and a mate are performing there.
Yeah.
So that could be on the old bucket
list. That's really huge.
On the old
That's
bingo
really exciting.
Card. Yeah. Also starting Krav Maga with my mother.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah. Okay, you need to text me because then I can send you the details because I'll forget. You know what I'm like.
Yeah, I forget every time until you actually mention it.
Yeah. we were both like, yeah. Yeah, because obviously, listeners, as we all know, I got mugged. So now I'm out for blood. I'm out for
Inspired Goose to start take up martial arts. She's gonna go back to Edgware Road, and she's gonna. She's like, where are you? Come out! I'm ready. You're actually ready to start picking fights.
Yeah.
When you go out, you're gonna be like, "Well, you fucking look at me, bro." They're like, no. They're like, come here. Let's fucking go. You and me outside.
Just to practice my new skills.
Yeah.
So yeah, Krav Maga. Get good at that.
Take the play to LA.
Take the play to LA. I saw a TikTok that's like, some people, it's funny to have silly New Year's resolutions. Like, one of them was try every new piece of pasta you come across.
I love that.
You just have to try it.
That's very you coded.
Yeah.
Although gluten free,
but we don't talk about that. I actually, last night I went to Tofu Vegan.
Which one?
I did eat
An
a lot
Angel.
of gluten.
You ate a lot of gluten.
Yeah.
What did you have? Like noodles and stuff.
Oh my god, not the noodles. I thought that was a step too far. But I did have the duck. Like, guys, vegan, obviously vegan duck, vegan chicken, and it was like vegan fish swimming in chili oil.
Was it nice?
Delicious, yeah.
I've never tried that one.
Yeah, it tasted like fish.
I think me and you were debating that when we got takeaway that time. We were debating.
Yeah.
But then we were like, no.
Yeah. No, this one did. Yeah, it was fantastic.
God, I want to go back there. I've not been in so long.
Yeah, we should do a little.
We should go.
Tofu vegan trip.
Yeah, I'm so down.
But yeah, those are my... Oh, and get my driver's license.
Oh my god, yeah. Are you still having lessons?
Yeah.
Oh,
very much so.
Well done.
Although, God, it really is going over the budget.
Yeah.
Frappuccino.
That was going to be I was going to learn this year, 2024. But I was like, music costs so much money.
Yeah.
I can't do both.
No.
And I was like, Uber exists.
Yeah.
I will learn.
Uber and trains.
I will learn. But it's
when
just
you have
not...
a spare grand.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's mental expensive.
But I'm driving automatic.
Yeah.
Which is a go-kart, so...
Yeah, that sounds
so good
fun.
crack. It's good fun.
Just imagine you scooting about.
Although my test is in Morden at 8 a.m.
When? It's in January, isn't
23rd of January. Yeah. Wait, I was about to say this month, but nearly this month.
Yeah. Oh my God.
God, that's so scary.
That's... What, and then you'll be able to drive?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, if I fucking pass.
You pass your theory?
Yeah, I passed my theory by 3 marks.
By the skin of your teeth.
By the skin of my teeth. Yeah, I was really good at the questions. But you know those videos where you have to like click on the thingies?
I've never done it. I don't know what it is. Don't know anything about.
Practice those. Just you talk to me if you need some help.
Well, should I? I only just about passed.
Yeah, I'm the expert now.
Yeah, come to me.
Come to me, yeah.
It's great, yeah, but...
No, they do like these videos where there are like hazards and stuff you have to click on. But if you click on too many, you fail. You have to click on just the right amount. So if you see a puddle, you think that could be a hazard, but if it's kind of out the way, it's not a hazard.
I would overthink that so much.
Oh, it's just, yeah.
It's like, you know, when you get, I think it's called like capture or something, when you go on a website and it's like, click every square with a traffic light. And then like it'll be like the corner of the bottom of the box of the traffic light. And I'm like, well, it's kind of in there, but it's not really a traffic light, but it's kind of, and then I have to like redo it 5 times because I'm overthinking.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you spend like half an hour on the capture thing. And you're like, what was I even meant to be doing? What was I getting into?
Yeah. So funny.
Hilarious.
So today we thought we'd discuss embarrassing or like wild New Year's party stories and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Do you have any from your own?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I actually do, which I was really thrilled about.
My God. Okay, exciting. Tell me all.
Picture it.
Mm-hmm.
The year is, I think it was 2022.
Yeah.
I'm in Los Angeles.
You spent New Year's in LA?
Yeah, one time. Last fucking time I do that. Worst New Year's of my life. Because I thought New Year's in London is always shit. It's always shit.
Terrible.
A night out in London is, as we've discussed, at a push. Okay, sometimes. A 4. Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So then New Year's in London, I was like, get me out of here. Mm-hmm. Get me out of here across the pond. So I go across the pond And me and my friend who I went with, we have a couple of friends out there, and like they're her old school friends, whatever. So we're all like, let's do something, let's go to a club, hit the clubs, whatever. And we left it really late. So we found this one that was a $70 ticket entry. And we're like, well, this is our last chance, because the thing we really wanted to go to sold out in a heartbeat. So we were like,
what did you want to go to?
There's a place called the Victorian.
And it's a club?
It's got a club in the basement. It's basically a house, a mansion converted into like...
Oh, that's cool.
Club in the basement, bar in the library room, like
that's
rooftop.
Sick. Was it expensive to get in?
Victoria, it depends on the day.
Would it have been more or less than the $70?
I think it was about the same, actually.
Okay.
Maybe 50,
but you were
60.
like, worth it because I really want to go.
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's the Victorian. And also, every man there is hot. I have never in my life, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I walked in and I was like, oh my God, it's Christmas. Yeah. Happy birthday to me. I gotta eat. So obviously that was, on the list. And then it got sold out. And also they were having like prom theme. So it's going to be like a jokes like prom, yeah.
American prom as well.
American prom would have been lit.
God, how annoying.
So we settled on this club we've never really heard of. We go.
$70 later.
$70 later. And queuing for like 10 minutes. We enter. And it's massive. It's like a warehouse. The music is so loud, you can barely hear each other. And it's techno. I hate techno, I do. It's all like...
I won't lie to you.
Every now and then they might say a word like ass. And the shots were $20 for one shot.
One fucking shot.
So I was like, well, I'm not getting drunk, apparently.
That's so shit. And was it busy?
It was packed.
Imagine how much they made on the bar that night.
I dread to think. And it was packed full of 18-year-olds.
No.
Everyone there.
They can't even drink.
True. Oh, yeah. Well, apparently there they could. Or maybe they were 21.
But they were like freshly...
oh, God, they looked 18, though. They could, I think some of them were 18, to be honest. They were so young and so greasy. Oh, God. And like... So we were just in our circle, all of us in our, mid-20s, just being like, right, we've made the commitment. We spent the $70.
$70 to be there.
We got one shot each. My mate, God bless him, bought us some shots as well. And that would have cost him $100 at least.
God.
And then...
that is so shit.
It was just awful. And then we went to someone's house afterwards. I got so drunk I passed out.
You made up for...
I was making up for the lack of alcohol. And then,
that is a shit night.
It was awful.
And that's so disappointing because you're all the way in LA.
In fucking LA. Where the best...
You probably would have had a better night just at a bar.
I know. So last time I do that.
Yeah.
And then the second one was Revs. Revolution.
Oh my God, yeah, tell me about this. I wasn't there.
It was literally just like... Yeah, a group of our mutual
like 2021,
school friends.
right?
Yeah, 21. Yeah. No, 2019.
Oh, yes. It was
because we were going into 2020. We were like, going to be the best year ever.
Yeah, 3 months later.
That's all, yeah. And we basically just like, again, full of children.
Yeah.
And I had bought a flask of whiskey that I was pouring into everyone's drinks, and it made everyone's drinks disgusting.
Because whiskey is disgusting.
Because whiskey is gross.
Yeah.
As I found out the hard way. And every time I tried it, I thought it'll be different this time. It never is. And someone tried to steal our coats in front of us. Like, we put our coats on a sofa, and then we went over and some guy was picking them up, and we were like, hang on. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I thought they were my friends. Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah.
You put them down, buddy.
Yeah.
I've had whiskey, and I'm not fun when I'm on whiskey. So that was Revs. That was also underwhelming. Yeah, so
New Year's is so tricky.
Weird.
I've only been out once for New Year's, never again. And that was with you and one of our other friends back in the day. My first year at uni in Brighton.
Oh, yeah.
We went clubbing, went to Green Door Store in Brighton. Don't know if you remember that at all. and you were like wearing a weed hat.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
As in a hat with weed leaves on it.
Yeah. And there was a disgusting picture you took of me on Facebook, still floating around on the internet, of me
on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure.
Me with this weed hat. And also I was doing my eyebrows really crazy then as well. So they were like caterpillars on my face. Covered by my coat and a trail of wee running God, down the pavement.
You pissed on the street.
So I needed to go. Okay.
It's actually kind of a fun night, but it was also just a bit like, I don't know, after that I was like, I never want to go out again. So I've always done house parties every year since then. House party, cracking time. And one of the most eventful house parties, which you were at in Brighton, when Robson put his hand through the window.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Because we had a few house parties together in Brighton. Because obviously we had boyfriends who were friends.
Mm-hmm.
And this one night, it was really fun. Like, there was loads of people there, like whatever, and it was jokes. And then we were in the kitchen, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, we just hear this crash. And so in the kitchen, there's like, I don't even know what you call it, but it's basically like, there's the counter, and it's part of a wall that's cut out, and then you can see through the living room. That's a really bad way of explaining it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And like, as you're standing looking through this hole in the wall, you can see the window of the living room, and it's like a top floor flat in Brighton. And one of our dear friends at the time, Robson, was like walking along the sofa, put his hand out to lean on the glass, and his hand went through the pane of glass. His arm was cut to shit.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't see his arm.
And we were like, fuck, like, we were all just like, oh my God. And like, it was like a movie, like the music stops and everyone was just like, oh my God. Then people, like, he poured vodka on his arm to clean it, and he was like, but like, he was fine. He didn't have to go to hospital or anything, but like, he was bleeding quite a bit. But, you know, we were like 19 and completely irresponsible.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like, because we were obviously staying there, and like, they just had a black bin bag over the window for like 3 days.
And I remember my man at the time,
depths of January, like cold. It was so
because
weird.
it was a student house. Like, that's not gonna get fixed soon.
Yeah.
That's gonna bring a mold. They didn't have heating anyway.
Yeah,
they couldn't afford it.
Exactly.
My man at the time was so pissed, and I remember because he was pissed about that, and we would just argue all the time anyway. We had a fat argument that night. Really? And we were like, I think we were like screaming at each other. Or maybe I was screaming at him. That's the right way around. Yeah. And I remember you said that your boyfriend's brother was, you guys were all sitting in his room, all sat together hearing us screaming. He was like, Mom and Dad are fighting again.
I remember that. That's so funny. God.
I think I said something like, because we were kind of arguing throughout the night, and
like
and
bickering.
He was outside, bickering, and he was outside, and like something annoyed me, and I went, well, if I wanted to, I could have dated a banker. And then I walked in, and he was like, that was a step too far.
You're so toxic, Goose. You in a relationship is actually terrible. Like, it's just not good.
That's why I've been single for 4 years. Oh, what an eventful night.
Yeah.
Eventful night indeed. I
right.
found some.
Let's go for some
very funny.
Other people's.
Yes. Oh no. Oh, I wrote this down because I thought this was really funny. This was just like someone's New Year's resolution, and it was on a podcast.
Oh yeah.
And it was this Australian guy. He was like, my New Year's resolution is to spend less time with kids. And then the podcast host was like, what's it? Spend less time with what? And he was like, spend less time with the kids. And he was like, I've never heard a father say their New Year's resolution is to spend
like his own children.
Yeah, and, he was saying also generally like everyone should spend less time with the kids. And then he was like, I've never heard someone say spend less time with their kids. And he was like, no, no, spend less time with dickheads.
Oh.
That was hilarious.
With dickheads.
Spend less time with dickheads.
With dickies.
I've never heard a father say that.
That's hilarious.
Do you have stories?
Yeah, I've got some.
Okay, I have 2.
These I found on BuzzFeed, and they are embarrassing, like people's most embarrassing New Year's Eve party stories.
Great.
So do you want me to do one, then you do one, or do you want me to do a couple?
You do one and I'll do one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's between.
So first one. When I was in my early 20s, my ex broke up with me before he left the country to teach abroad. I was still madly in love with him. We only broke up because he'd be gone for so long. He was home over the holidays, and I convinced myself that New Year's Eve would be our big romantic reunion. We were at a friend's place with 30 or so of our closest acquaintances. Closest acquaintances? That doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, no. Yeah, a bit of an oxymoron there.
Yeah. And naturally, the keg ran out by 10:30. So by the time midnight rolled around, everyone was absolutely mangled. I was on the hunt for my ex so we could leave together per my mastermind plan. I walked in on him getting a blowjob from some random girl in the bathroom.
Oh, what?
Cute, full public meltdown. The next day, he told me it was none of my business what he did because he wasn't my boyfriend anymore, as if him choosing to hook up with a random girl in a place he knew I'd find him and in front of everyone we knew wasn't supposed to be hurtful. I told him to never talk to me, never ask our friends about me, even think about me ever again. 15 years later, I still feel so much shame over the whole incident. Did we reunite for that one night? Sure, I guess. Do I still refer to that night as the worst night of my life? You bet.
Oh,
that's
bless
sad.
Her. He seems like a dickhead.
Yeah, he's a dickhead. That's fucking peak.
That's so peak. Remember and
also,
everything.
lock the bathroom door.
Lock the Oh yeah. If you're gonna cheat,
he so wanted to be found.
Yeah,
he was like,
wanted to be
yeah,
found.
she's like, should we go to the bedroom? She's like, oh, let's go to the bathroom.
You're like, you.
Yeah. Like, don't lock the door. It's more sexy to be found. Yeah. And he's like hoping that she'll walk in. What twat? But yeah, that's savage.
You know what's so funny? You know how like everyone says, oh, men cheat more. There's this whole thing of like sometimes like that's because when women cheat,
we're smart about it.
We're smart about it. We don't get caught.
Yeah.
Men are so dumb when they cheat. It's like
they leave a trail.
They leave such a trace.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna do it, just do it well.
Be smart.
You know.
But then you hear of these stories where like men have like secret families and like,
true.
And they are like where they really deceive.
Yeah.
And pull the wool over your eyes.
Oh my god.
So I feel like it goes one way or the other.
Yeah. They're either incredible at it or terrible. I remember the ex we were just talking about. No, the one before the New Year's, the other ex. He actually no, I'm not going to say this because he listens to the podcast. I'll tell you after.
Okay. I'm still keeping that in though. You, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
That's so funny. Okay, you tell yours.
Okay.
I just forget on the podcast you're so close to airing out the dirty laundry and you're like, no, I shouldn't say that. You're teasing us, Goose.
I forget we're on a podcast.
I know.
And this is going to be public.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still haven't told my parents. They're always like, oh, so you're going to record the podcast? I'm like, yeah. I still haven't told them what it's called because I'm like, I don't want you to listen to this. Our last cat was called Farting Cats and Anal Trainers. I'm like, they cannot hear this.
Christmas special.
Yeah.
My mum texted me the other day and she was like, what's the name of your podcast? And I was like, why do you want to know? And she was like, just recommending it to a friend. I was like, okay. But my mum, so she goes to sleep with the radio on, but it's like a Spotify playlist thing. And she said that she has woken up multiple times to us cackling because it's like automatically gone on.
What a great way to wake up.
Yeah. She's always like, oh, fucking hell.
Oh my god. So do you know what? I thought this would be cute to tell you. So
yeah.
Whenever I feel, because I'm an anxious queen, we know this.
Yeah.
Whenever I feel anxious or a bit low or a bit sad, I listen to our podcast and it makes me.
No. Yeah, so do I. We're so moist.
Oh my god. Because I'm like, if I feel a bit like that, and then I listen to it and I'm like, oh, the world's alright, everything's gonna be alright. And I just like laugh at us and like, oh my god, that's so cute.
My mum the other day, so I was listening, well, obviously my favourite episode is Guns and Sick.
Yeah.
The classic science table.
Yeah, that is a great.
Actually still makes me cry. Yeah. And I was listening to it the other day, like coming through the house, and I didn't know anyone was in, or like my mum was in the front garden, and I was literally chuckling to myself in the street going, she spotted me and I was like, oh, hello. And she went, you literally look like a mad person walking down the street going,
yes. I do the same. Like I'll be, cause I edit it a lot like on the train and stuff if I'm like commuting, and I'll just be there like my shoulders like shaking and me trying to stifle a laugh editing the podcast. It's so much fun.
Me too, when I edit the old TikToks.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
gosh.
cute. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, okay, so this I just I just thought this guy sounds like a legend.
Okay.
This is actually what I aspire to be like when I'm 40, 50. 2006. The host got violently drunk, took off his shirt and started singing and beating a bongo. Someone guided him into the yard where he got cold and began banging on the sliding glass door to be let in. He came back in, took a shot of tequila, spilled some, slipped and hit the table. He then thought the table was attacking him and tried to hit it with a chair, still singing in Greek.
What?
At this point, the guest decided he had enough and needed to go to bed. It took 4 guys to carry him bodily to his bedroom. Once they put him down, he jumped out of the bed, got his ankle caught in the sheets and wanged his head on the dresser. Now bleeding, he took a swing at one of the guys and ran downstairs and had to be carried up again. Finally spent, he passed out whilst his wife mopped up all the tequila he spilled. Her parents and grandparents were also in attendance. He was not allowed to have parties for years after this, and his outburst is still spoken of today. Oh, he also pissed the bed. This all happened by 9:30.
Oh my God. Wait, so did they put
That's
him outside to like
incredible.
lock him out?
Yeah, because he was so drunk.
Oh my
He's
God.
banging on the glass
It's so
doors.
funny how like I think about this all the time, how when adults get drunk they basically just turn into toddlers.
Yes.
And it's like that is like perfectly
They
captures
do.
that.
Well, I always think whenever I look at kids, I'm like, they're like little drunk adults.
Yeah.
And that's how we act.
Yeah.
We become
It's
children.
So, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought,
I see that
what
for
a
you.
legend. I see that for
Yeah,
me,
yeah. Get the bongos out. You're like, I don't want to go to bed. Like, BB, you've had too much to drink.
I'm like bleeding,
Yeah,
covered
yeah.
in tequila.
And then eventually like,
Yeah,
oh, right.
pissing the bed at
Yeah.
9:30. Banned from parties for years.
Oh, I mean, you don't have much control of your bladder at the best of times.
Yeah, so true.
Okay, this one's quite funny.
Okay.
So, apologies if this is TMI. I was about 6 months pregnant and my belly had just popped, so I literally couldn't see anything beneath it. New Year's Eve rolled around, and after using the bathroom, I wiped and saw blood. I absolutely freaked out and thought I was spotting, so I went to the hospital. Again, it's New Year's Eve, 11 p.m. I literally saw fireworks from the hospital bed. Well, it turned out I cut myself shaving my hoo-ha. I couldn't feel any pain from it, as it was very minor, but I couldn't see the cut either. The nurses were very nice and reassuring, but I was beyond embarrassed.
Oh, no, we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. I was like, that's so funny that, like, because you would be terrified.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, oh my God, like, we have to go to hospital.
Yeah.
Just cut her hoo-ha. And she couldn't see it, because her belly was so...
He was blind trying
I
to
can't believe
like...
she was shaving when pregnant, though. I'm like, God, that's a lot going on.
That's a lot going on.
I'd be like, full bush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I don't care.
Yeah.
At that point,
Yeah.
God, it'd be a forest down there. Oh, and to look at the fireworks outside the hospital bed window, only to realise.
Yeah, thinking that, you know,
Cut
the
your
worst had
hoo-ha.
happened.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Oh,
Just
dear.
got a little fanny cut.
Little fanny cut. They do bleed when they...
Yeah.
It starts and doesn't stop. You're like, oh my God. Oh, I did spend New Year's with tonsillitis once. Do you remember? Oh, that was 2024 New Year's. Yeah.
Just gone. Not just gone, but a year ago.
Yeah. But to be fair, it was one of those things where I was a bit like, don't really have many plans. One of the plans is a pub really far away. So, yeah, I would have spent it in bed either way.
Yeah. No, that's quite... I feel like one year I do want to do that where I'm just like, I don't do anything. I'm just in bed.
Just in bed.
Reading,
Yeah.
glass of wine.
That is.
Maybe if in an era in my life where I've got a dog or something.
I feel that. I want to, I'll save that
Yeah.
until I'm 60.
Mm.
And just, with the dogs,
Plural.
cats,
Yeah.
guinea pigs, gerbils,
Mm.
lambs, cows, pigs. I'll be with all me animals.
Yeah, all the animals.
And a bottle of wine.
Yeah, fucking perfect.
Okay, this is my second one. 1999. The time is 23:59:00. 1 minute to go. The anticipation... This is so beautifully written, by the way.
I love
this
that.
Is just
I love
Reddit.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
the anticipation was almost painful.
I'm
My
sorry to
heart-
interrupt you.
Oh, yeah, go.
That reminded me of when I wrote that story on that TripAdvisor review in sixth form. Do you remember that?
Yes, of St. Moritz. The club.
Was it that? And it was like this really eloquently written, like, thing about some weird. Yeah, I don't even know what it was about.
We need to see if
I
we
need
can
to dig
find
that out.
it.
Anyway, sorry. Start again.
Yeah, no. For context, we used to go to this. My ex used to play at this place called St. Moritz in Soho.
That's what it was. I was like racking my brain, like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and it's like this underground sort of like
Pub bar venue vibe.
dungeon.
Yeah.
And I think they had asked us to leave a review of like their band so that they could play there again.
And so
you wrote
when we were we had a free period in sixth form.
Oh yes.
Gathering in the cafe. Naturally, I was like, all right, I will write a review.
Yeah.
I wrote like a 3-page TripAdvisor review about, but I wrote like, I will have to find it.
It's beautiful. It's the best piece of literature I've ever seen. It's like, and we came across
stumbled across the dark club and like, but I like
Moritz.
And like, but I made it out like it was like a cult or something.
Yeah. Probably is a cult down there, to be fair.
Anyway, start again. Sorry to interrupt you. Just had to.
Yeah, well, we'll dig that out. 1999. 23.
Oh my god, the millennium.
59.
Okay.
00. Yeah, the millennium.
Fuck.
1 minute to go. That would have been a big.
That would have been a big one.
Going into 2000.
That would have been sick.
Mad.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll be alive to see 3000. No, we won't, will we?
We will.
Unless science advances.
Unless we live to 1,000 years old.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we'll live to the year 3000. I don't think we're going to see in the next millennium.
I thought it was 100 years, not 1,000. But 100 years would be...
The next century, maybe.
2,100 and... Yeah, whatever. That's too much for my brain.
Yeah, the year 2100.
Oh, yeah.
But we would be like 102. Yeah,
because if that's in 80 years' time, give or take...
Well, I was 98, you're 97. So yeah, we'd be like 102, 103. I mean, it's possible.
Oh, that's possible. That is possible.
We'd be fucking old though.
Yeah, I'd be fucking old, yeah. Yeah. I'd have had 10 facelifts by then. I'd look really weird. Like Jennifer Coolidge.
New body, new nails. And you'd have like a 25-year-old boyfriend.
He's just waiting for me to die to inherit all money. Okay. 1998.
Yeah. 1999.
Oh shit, sorry.
23:59, 1 minute to the clock. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. The anticipation was almost painful. My heart was pounding in my chest. I could hear the countdown of the people from the floors above. The time grew near. The seconds ticked away. 5, 4, 3, 2. There I was, in the service panel room of my condo, my hand on the master breaker for the whole building. 1. I threw the breaker. There was a satisfying ka-thunk from the battleship grey box, and suddenly the whole building was plunged into darkness. The emergency lighting in the hallways came on. There were a few seconds of silence. The screams of joy and celebration were quickly replaced with screams of fear and terror. The realization that Y2K was real. The nerds and geeks, those chicken littles, they were right. I waited about 30 seconds and reset the breaker and then got the fuck out of there as quickly as I could. An opportunity like that does not present itself very often. You have to take advantage of it when you can. I still chuckle about it to this day.
What, as in people thought it was like the end of the world?
Yeah, because you know the Y2K thing when the
no.
year... Oh, it's like when the year turns 2000, the world ends.
Well, everyone said
it was
about
this whole meme.
2012.
Oh yeah, well they say it about every year.
Every year, yeah.
But Y2K
so
was supposed to be
funny.
the big... There's a whole Family Guy episode on it I watched the other day as well. And the world actually ends and they're like, oh shit.
Oh shit, they weren't kidding. That's so funny.
Hilarious. I love that they weren't with anyone.
Well,
they were just waiting at the control panel of the building.
Like the whole day.
Just like... just to hear them go, yeah. Oh my God.
So funny. Okay, I'm going to say one more.
Okay.
My parents let me have some wine on New Year's Eve when I was 16 or 17. I was at home with both of them, just family time. I ended up getting really drunk in front of them. I pissed my pants in the kitchen while my dad was talking to me. And I woke up on the sofa with a busted big toe. Not sure how that one happened. This will come as a surprise to absolutely no one, but I never got drunk with them again. Imagine pissing yourself whilst talking to your parents. Like, you're just there in the kitchen and you're just like... Let it go.
To be fair, the other day I nearly weed myself in front of my whole family. Cause
You always wee yourself.
I do always weed
Goose has
myself.
got a terrible bladder control.
For a week.
You need to work out your pelvic floor.
I know. I'm doing it now.
Oh, God.
That's not for the pod.
Yeah.
It was when we were playing the Traitors. Like, I laughed so hard.
That was so
I
nice.
felt a bit of weak. Is it?
Yeah, it's so nice that you laughed so hard.
Yeah. It was a bit of a panic when I thought, oh, I'm going to piss myself.
That was hilarious.
That was terrifying. I do need to work on my pelvic floor.
Yeah.
I've definitely pissed myself drunk as well.
You pissed yourself. You've had to discard of clothing because you pissed yourself.
I did, yeah.
Terrible.
I had to discard some tights and
And shut yourself.
barb.
But that's for next time.
Edit that out.
Please, we have to say
No,
that.
I can't talk about that story.
Why?
Because it involves someone I can't talk about on the pod.
Who? Yeah, but we don't have to say who it was or where.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
That's for in 20 years' time. I can say that story. Oh my God.
Well, Happy New Year, Goose.
Happy New Year. Time flies, eh?
Time flies.
Happy New Year, guys. We've got some exciting news.
Do we? Happy New Year, Goose, like good.
I don't know whether to announce. Well, we're going to do some animation sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the duo continues.
As we hit end record on this, we're then going to go and we've written some sketches.
Yes.
We're writing together and we're working with the animators because we're going to post little clips and we're really excited about it.
Yeah. So watch this space. And watch this space. And see you on the flip side.
Watch this space.
And the space you watch it.
Yeah.
So
the space needs to be watched.
did you get that? God.
Jesus Christ.